So I guess we'll be just having
Oh,
a seat
sitting,
here.
great.
Yeah,
That's nice.
take it easy.
Get off my feet.
Well, Commissioner, first of all, thanks a lot for being here. I'm just curious, your impressions of this facility as you've now had a chance to take a look around at it.
You know, it is just inspiring and really, really spectacular. You know, the things continue to evolve in our league, and Sporting Kansas City has been a real driver of trying to raise the standards really high, both on the field and off the field. We knew from ownership that they were working on the Pinnacle Center, and I got here yesterday, man, and I'm just almost without words. It is fantastic.
Well, and you've talked a lot about the way this ownership group has transformed the Kansas City market into a soccer town. But as you've seen the league transform as well, would you have even pictured when you came on board around the turn of the millennium that there would be facilities like this cropping up around the league, let alone Kansas City?
Never. You know, we never thought we'd have Children's Mercy Park. So first you get the great facilities that house our teams and provide an incredible environment for our fans and put on sort of a showcase for our game on national television. And now all of a sudden we're building these facilities that will allow and empower that product on the field to get even better. And then to partner it with U.S. Soccer on the men's and the women's side to sort of show that we're in this together to try to have the sport grow is really a great testament to Cliff Illig and all of his partners and to the staff and Peter Vermees. Peter walked me through this building yesterday like it was it was his baby. It was one of his young kids. Probably an hour and a half. It was not the speed version.
Yeah, he's quite proud of it as well as everybody else is. Now, you mentioned something that I find interesting. You talked about the United States soccer and MLS together, and there's been a lot of talk here of late about with the mechanism like TAM and the increased level of play on the field. Is it becoming more difficult for American soccer players to find their way in MLS? I'm curious your thoughts as you're a part of both MLS and U.S. Soccer. Where does MLS fit in terms of trying to help the U.S. game as opposed to also trying to advance the league itself?
Well, I mean, I think it's exactly the way you laid it out. I mean, we have a dual obligation and responsibility, but the first North Star, if you will, is we have to have a great league. We have to entertain our fans. We have to provide value to our owners. We have to be embedded in the community, have partnerships with the public sector like we have here in almost unprecedented ways in Kansas City. And if a byproduct of that is to have a better national team, then that's great. But I sit here today and believe that if we have a great league, then we're going to have do our part to develop our national team. But that's not why MLS was founded. It was founded to have a vibrant Division I professional soccer league in our country that could raise the water level of the sport and drive the soccer nation. And the soccer nation is about great players, it's about great administrators, great facilities like Pinnacle Sporting Training Center. It's about great fan supporter movements and the like. And it's also about what we can do to develop a national team. But, you know, we'll have record level of non-U.S. players playing in the World Cup in Russia this next June. That's not something we ever expected. I think that's actually a positive for the sport.
Last thing I wanted to ask you about, this is something that MLS has also been on the forefront of across world soccer, which is video review. We've had some games here in Kansas City that have been greatly impacted by video review just this season already. How do you feel that process is coming so far?
I think it's coming along very well. I mean, the question is, how would those games have been impacted without video review? Right, so this is not linear. You know, video review is trying to overturn those clear and obvious errors. And it's still a matter of judgment. There's still an official sitting there and saying, hey, I think this is an obvious error, and then it goes down to the center guy, looks at it and tries to determine whether in fact that's true. So it still has the discretion that is sort of core to officiating, but I do believe that we're doing a good job. I believe that our VAR, or video assisted refereeing, is as good as anyone in the world. Frankly, I think we're leading it, but it's the first year. So like any new technology, any new system or process, it's going to take some time to get it perfect.
Well, Commissioner, thank you so much for the time. We hope you've enjoyed your time here in Kansas City.
It's been terrific. Thank you.